Mr. Davies, I know that there's been a lot of unintentional drama going on, but some of your comments about the internet fandom I know have kind of confused and hurt some of us, and especially at SaveYantoJones.com, we were really hoping not to be thought of as maybe some of the decisions that people have made that maybe were out of line. And I guess I was hoping you could clarify maybe your feelings on the internet fandom.
Yeah, absolutely. There are no statements that are critical, and if so, they've been willfully misread. I was very nice about it, or we misreported from what I've seen. That's simply a misreading of what I've said, which is fine if you want to take things that way, because frankly, sometimes people always will want to take things that way. I'm immensely sorry if people are sad, but I'm not changing my mind, and some people were vicious and need to learn a lesson, but we're talking about very few people there. I've got to say, I'm going to be blunt about this. There was a campaign to send packets of coffee to BBC Wales because Yanto was the coffee boy, to bring him back to life. BBC Wales has actually received 9 packets of coffee. And I'm not taking the mickey there. It's like that's how small the problem is. And in an arena like this, it gets exaggerated and it gets put at the top of the agenda, as though those 9 people, literally 9 packs of coffee, are the whole of fandom, as though they represent all of you. And I do not think that's the case. So I'm immensely polite and immensely respectful towards fans. And I absolutely don't mind disagreeing, but sometimes within every fandom, as you know, there are some people that need policing within fandom itself because we get a bad name from it. That's a fact.
One of the, I don't know, Russell, what the organization, but one of them, forgive me because I know you gave me a card yesterday, but they've done something fun to raise money for children in need. And what is it? Giving.com. Well, they've raised $2,700 for children in need for the BBC, you know, and a fun way to celebrate, to kind of mourn Yanto, which is great, and celebrate Yanto. So that's really great, and that's the kind of thing that's really appreciated.
Julie, what's your reaction been to the fan response?
I think the fan response, we want people to be engaged, we want people to discuss, we don't want people always to agree with us. That's not why you make drama, you're trying to elicit a response. But at the end of the day, I make drama to support one author's vision of each piece of work that I'm honoured to be part of, and that's what I back. It's not a democracy making drama, it's about a vision. Whether people like it or not, it's storytelling.
I think our ambition as storytellers, as dramatic storytellers, is to tell powerful stories about living, about loving, about dying, which after all is something that is going to come to each and every one of us, well, except for Captain Jack.
Yeah.
And you know, for us to back down and kind of censor a huge part of life out of our sphere of storytelling would just be foolish and would diminish the scale of what we're trying to do. So I think you know, our ambition was great.
I think this season of Torchwood has, you know, with the wisdom of hindsight, been more successful because it has such a big story and such big stakes, and because people are discussing it.
Okay, next question.
First off, I think you're the only actor, John Barrowman, who could possibly play Captain America. Actually, that was my question, but I do have another one. Speaking as a bisexual woman, thank you, number one, for doing this part, for playing this part. I appreciate it. And you have been very public and very honest about your own sexuality, and I appreciate that. What do you see for yourself as a future role model?
Well, I don't look in terms like that. I've become a role model and become things I say, you know, that in the political agenda for gay rights and gay activism, I didn't get into the industry to be like that, but it's happened, and there comes a point where you have to look at yourself and say, you know, I can make a difference, or I can sit back and just let this all happen, and I'm not the type to sit back and let it all happen. I want to make a difference. But you say thank you to me for doing what I do. it's thank you to people like Julie and Russell. Russell for writing a character like Jack, for Julie having the guts to go to the networks at the BBC and say, this is the type of character we want to put on television, because he represents who we are. So it's not a difficult decision to have made to do it, because I've had great support behind me. I've got the support of my partner Scott, who's out there somewhere. The support of great directors, great writers, awesome producers, and great networks behind me. So we can't do wrong. You know, let's have more people like Jack on television. And let's have more John Barrowman on television. I think I'd shake up an American network, don't you?